Welcome to this explainer. If you've ever stopped and wondered what the actual future of housing is going to look like, well, you're absolutely in the right place. Because today, we're exploring how some core mechanical engineering concepts are being scaled up, like to a massive architectural scale, to completely transform how we build structures.
Okay, let's just dive right into this by asking a kind of wild question that's actually, believe it or not, becoming reality right now. What if an entire building could be built the exact same way a small plastic toy is 3D printed? We're talking about constructing structures literally one layer at a time, just like you would on a desktop 3D printer, but scaled all the way up to the size of a house. I know, it sounds straight out of science fiction, but it is happening as we speak. Section 1. Printing at architectural scale.
To really get how this works, the crucial point to understand is that this isn't magic. It's a formalized process known as additive construction. Essentially, this connects directly back to standard additive manufacturing concepts, but applied at a genuinely massive architectural scale. Instead of just extruding hot plastic onto a tiny little build plate, we're dealing with heavy machinery and specialized materials to construct real buildings, layer by layer.
So how does it actually happen? Well, the whole process starts with a digital design file. That file basically acts as the brain, right? It guides a massive construction printer, which usually takes the form of a giant robotic arm or a bridge-like overhead frame we call a gantry system. This system precisely positions a printing nozzle to squeeze out or extrude specially formulated concrete, layer by layer. And as it goes, it gradually builds up the walls completely without the need for any traditional formwork. Moving right along to Section 2, transforming the construction site. Now, historically, setting up temporary wooden or metal formwork has been one of the absolute most labor-intensive parts of concrete construction. By eliminating it entirely through this formwork-free concrete extrusion, we drastically changed the labor dynamics on site. To put that into perspective, we're talking about needing just a 3-operator crew for 3D printing compared to the 6 workers you typically need for traditional construction. And honestly, in the face of our current global skilled labor shortage, that is a massive shift.
But it's not just about saving on labor. Getting rid of that traditional wooden and metal formwork can reduce material waste by up to a staggering 60%. Traditional formwork is incredibly wasteful, so just printing exactly what you need, right where you need it, is a huge leap forward for resource efficiency.
And on top of that massive reduction in waste, construction speed can actually be increased by roughly 50% compared to conventional methods. Think about that for a second. When you combine half the labor, a 60% reduction in waste, and a 50% boost in speed, well, you really start to see why this technology is turning so many heads across the industry. But beyond just speed and waste reduction, this technology offers something architects have literally always craved: genuine design freedom. Using traditional formwork to create curved or organic architectural shapes is incredibly expensive and complex to pull off. But guess what? A 3D printer doesn't care. And it certainly doesn't complain if a wall is beautifully curved. It just follows the digital file, making these really unique designs highly feasible. To show you why that matters practically, consider this. One European project actually managed to reduce its total concrete usage by 10% just by utilizing this exact ability. By creating a rounded building shape which has natural geometric structural integrity instead of a standard rectangular one, they needed less material overall. It's a perfect example of how better design leads directly to material savings.
Which brings us to Section 3, real-world success stories.
Let's look at a notable, pretty massive project in Bassans, France. They actually 3D printed a 12-unit, 3-story residential building. The results? It was completed 3 months faster than an identical, conventionally built comparison building right nearby. And tying back to our earlier point on labor, that French project required just 3 site operators, compared to the 6 workers needed for the conventional building next door. Over in Japan, the speed of this technology was pushed even further. Check this out. An entire 2-story, cave-inspired 3D printed home was completed from the foundation all the way to the rooftop in just 14 days. Just imagine that, going from an empty dirt lot to a fully structured 2-story house in just 2 weeks. Now, a totally natural question when you hear about a house built in 14 days is, wait, is it actually safe? Importantly, that Japanese project proved that speed absolutely doesn't have to sacrifice safety. It successfully met the country's notoriously strict earthquake and seismic building codes. They achieved this through some really clever structural design, specifically by embedding a reinforced concrete frame right within the hollow walls of the printed structure. All right, let's turn to Section 4, Overcoming Industry Challenges. So before we go declaring traditional construction totally obsolete, we need to acknowledge that the technology hasn't entirely hit the mainstream just yet. Most structures today remain custom, one-off projects, rather than routine, everyday practice. Plus, materials science is still a major active challenge. Scientists are still out there refining reliable, durable 3D printable concrete mixes, meaning it isn't quite a universal replacement for conventional concrete yet. On top of that, we have regulatory lag. Local building codes in a lot of regions simply weren't written with additive construction methods in mind, so the approval processes are really having to play catch-up. Because of these real-world hurdles, the most common and practical implementation of the technology right now is a hybrid approach. Basically, this means the main structural shell is 3D printed by the machines, and then skilled human workers come in to do the conventional finishing work, things like the plumbing, electrical wiring, and interior details. It's a great stepping stone that blends the crazy speed of printing with standard, proven construction practices.
And finally, Section 5, the future of housing.
Driven by a global housing crisis, affordable and social housing has actually emerged as one of the absolute strongest practical applications for 3D printed construction. Cities facing serious housing shortages are actively investing in these 3D printed housing pilots right now. Why? Well, because the technologies reduce labor requirements and construction timelines that are measured in days rather than months offer a highly attractive solution to a really desperate problem.
The future of this market is projected to grow dramatically over the next several years. In fact, printer manufacturers are already reporting print speed increases of over 30% compared to just a few years earlier. Furthermore, researchers are actively focusing on sustainable materials. They're developing lower carbon alternatives to traditional cement, like geopolymer concrete, which utilizes industrial byproducts to drastically reduce carbon emissions. Plus, the technology is expanding beyond just housing into broader infrastructure, like pedestrian bridges, retaining walls, and modular building components.
So, as this technology steadily transforms from a sci-fi concept to an everyday neighborhood reality, and as civil engineers continue to push the boundaries of how we design our built environment, it really leaves us with one incredibly exciting question to think about. Would you live in a home printed in 14 days? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this gives you a completely new perspective on the future of building.